today we are playing Kerbal Space Program again. And today for me, it's kind of a special episode because I say, it's one of the luckiest ones for me because I made it back to Kerbin and landed on Kerbin without no fuel at all. Well, I had some fuel in the return orbit, but I had little miscalculations on how much fuel I need to re-enter the Kerbin's atmosphere. So yeah, that went a little bit bad. So you might notice the episode is a little bit sped up at some moments. So I just did it so it wouldn't be like a 40-minute episode where you're just watching me burn fuel and stuff. So it's a little bit easier for you. And here's a rocket I built. It's not the most efficient design, I know, but well, I'll have the parts to make my own rocket. I don't know if anyone has done it already, but I used the fuel lines, a few struts, and 6 engines, and that can get me almost anywhere. So yeah, here I'm trying to get to the orbit of Kerbin. I know you can do a direct burn to the moon, but I don't know, I like to establish orbit first, and it's a little bit easier for me to navigate. But oh yeah, we have a few new Utopians joined us. We have, well, last I checked, we have 33 subscribers. So hello, new people. It's always nice to see it. And I don't remember the exact username, but he was like 519 Boogeyman. I think I'll just edit his name in. But he basically said that I do great videos, and he made my day, really did. Yesterday I had a real long work day and it was real hot. Just when I got home I was beaten and I got to sleep at 8 o'clock or something. And now I'm up again to go to work again. But right now, I don't know. My boss hasn't called me to pick me up, so I try to get this video done, rendered, before I go to work, so yeah. So thank you, Boogeyman. You really made my day. So, we have passed our different stages. The first stage was the solid fuel rockets, the 4, just a little bit boost to get me off. Not get me off, but to get me up from Kerbin. But then I had 4 liquid fuel engines. After that I had 1 liquid fuel engine when I'm in the orbit, well, to get some kind of orbit. And then I had another stage with a liquid fuel engine to establish I don't know, somewhat of a good orbit and do a little bit to burn the moon. And then I had the kind of a lander module thingy to get me to moon and back. Well, to correct my stuff and back. But here I try to get the right height from the moon. So I was planning to land on the moon, but I think I recorded this video 5 times. It took me like 4 hours to get this video. I was so frustrated. First 2 I think I built the ship a little bit wrong because I didn't have enough fuel and one just exploded in the launch pad. And this one was the most successful one. Actually, the 4th one I did, I got to the moon and I was burning back to Kerbin, but my game crashed. What? I was like, what the fuck? I just spent 40 minutes getting the moon, having enough fuel, even more than I have in the end of this video, and the game just crashed. And well, it didn't exactly crash, but it was like the controls froze. I couldn't use my keyboard and anything. the menu still interacted when I moved over them, like the resources and stuff, but I couldn't press anything. All I could do is move the nav ball out of the way, but that was it. But I found a workaround for it. I just had to go to the space center for a moment and load my ship up again for some reason. I think I did it twice in this video, so yeah, you'll see it in action. But here I'm doing the burn to get to the moon, and I think I set my orbit to 55. Okay, now I have 51k meters, and it's usually enough. I try to get the closest as possible, because when you're closer to the planet you get higher research points, so that's always good. And here I am trying to get some research. I don't know, I know you can transmit the info, but there's a certain percent that will be lost, and I don't like that. I don't get the full experience of the science, because I don't know, it just seems wasteful to me. I don't like to be wasteful. Well, I'm really careless with the fuel, but when it comes down to science, then no. So yeah, this video, I don't know how it happened, but I was like a returning flight back to Kerbin, and I ran out of fuel. I didn't have enough fuel to land on Kerbin. I tried to put myself in the atmosphere of the Kerbin to do aero brake, because if I would have gone directly to Kerbin, I wouldn't have fuel again and I would have crashed on it. But I want to do the aero brake so I can, well, survive with minimum fuel. But yeah, for that there was some, I don't know, I think I hit the outer atmosphere that slowed me down a bit, but I didn't realize this, and I was like, oh my god, I just spent an hour getting to the moon and back, and then I failed because I ran out of fuel. I was so frustrated. And when I saw that, I think it was apoapsis, I don't know if I'm saying it right, if I saw the apoapsis collapse, getting closer to the Kerbin, I was like, this can't be happening. I was like, oh my god. And here I'm like, I noticed that I'm coming in on a little bit curve, so I try to like get a little bit better, but I don't know, I was just, oh, fuck it, I'll just stick with it and do our orbit around the moon. So here I'm trying to add a maneuver just to check where would be the best orbit, or the distance between the apoapsis and the periapsis. So what's this? Yeah, this is the moment where everything just froze. I couldn't go EVA, the icon still like lighted up when I got over them, but I didn't have any control over the craft. I think it's caused by the fraps that like messes up with something. And a little bit later I went to the space center and I loaded up the thing again, so yeah, I was trying to press all kind of buttons. If you looked at the corner, you could see auto-saving or auto-loading. And here I go back to space. I think I didn't fast forward this. Oh yeah, there it's fast forward. But yeah. Oh yes. I think we just hit 5,000 channel views. It's like, when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, really? I never thought they could get so much views. I thought that would be like something few people would watch, but as I'm seeing the subscriber amount increasing over time, I'm like, I don't know, it makes me feel happy because someone out there wants to see my videos and subscribing to me. And the Half-Life 2 Wars video, it just hit 4,000 views today, I think. I haven't checked on it, but it was, last night when I checked it, it was 3,950 or something. And I never thought I would get so much views for it. I think it's already starting to be one of the most popular Half-Life 2 Wars videos out there. So I must do a Half-Life Wars sometime in the future. But yeah, this episode is going to be a little late because I did record this right the next day. I recorded the first Kerbal Space program, but I didn't have the time and the room to do the commentary for one reason, because everyone's at home all the time when I'm trying to do these videos and I have some free time, and it's really hard to concentrate on commenting when someone's running around or making extra noise. But yeah, here I'm, well, collecting all the science I can. I did put myself really close to the surface of the moon because I just wanted to get a little bit more science. But but yeah, I just had a call from my uncle just asking if I need the car. Okay. But here I tried to put I tried to get close to the Kerbin as possible. I found, I thought thanks to my elevation in the orbit, I couldn't get nowhere near to the Kerbin, but here you see, I get pretty damn close. It's 415,000 meters, I think it was. And here I try to like line it up, but yeah, as you can see there, I could go to the Kerbin. I could basically crash the Kerbin because I lost the very abscess over there. But I didn't want to because I knew I didn't have enough fuel to slow myself down, and the atmosphere would be enough if I would be coming in like 2,000 meters per second. But I tried to put myself as close to the atmosphere I could. When I made this video, I thought that 40,000 was the beginning of the atmosphere. So yeah, that was a bit misjudged. And I tried to do the air operate maneuver in the 35k radius, and it ends up failing. But here I tried to do the burn for Kerbin. Oh yeah, I later found out that if you go under 30k, then you can do the air operate maneuver successfully with the flames instead of re-entry flames or something. But here I think I was at 30k, 39k. So it should fast forward in a second. Oh my god, it's thanks to the fast forwarding in this video, this is just the most editing I had ever done. I think it took me like an hour and a half to edit. Oh yeah, I think you saw, I'm sure you saw the new intro. That's it. What new intro, you ask? Because I accidentally deleted my old one. I was trying to get rid of the old footage I had on my computer, just for extra space. But it ended up going that way that I randomly deleted my intros. I had a couple of versions of them, so I was thinking that if I delete one of those versions, the older ones I had, it would be okay, but I ended up deleting all of them. So yeah, it was a little bit bad. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, later when I did this video, I found out that the crew report you can send at 100% success rate to Kerbin. So the crew report is something you can farm over and over, but I didn't know that, and I bring the crew report from the moon back to me. And there's a little trivia. The moon in Kerbin, if you add an N to the end of it, it will be spelled moon. It's basically dick in Estonian language. So I had a little laugh at it when I first found it, but yeah, well, you cannot do everything perfect. But yeah, here I'm approaching Kerbin. I'm looking at the map all the time, seeing that. Wait, I'm looking at the atmosphere gauge, and it isn't going down. I'm starting to gain height again. So I tried to do a burn to get my periapsis down a bit, and here are another fuel. And I'm like, fuck. Did this really right now happen? I was like, did I just waste an hour of my life just failing? But I keep checking, thinking, what could I do? I was, yeah, you could see there, I see a little bit of the re-entry flames, and I was like, is this it? Am I going to orbit and it does nothing? But as I looked on the map and realized that the very apsis is collapsing, or yeah, Parapsis was collapsing, I was like, oh my god, this is like the best moment ever. That jab is one lucky son of a bitch. And I thought the second I did a orbit around Kerbin and hoped that it would be enough to collapse my periapsis so I can safely land. And I was right. And didn't I? Oh yeah, here I keep pressing the plus key to accelerate time, but it wouldn't just happen. I was like, I'm 200k and it's just won't accelerate. I was like, what the fuck? And here I realized that I didn't have any fuel, but my throttle was full, so it won't allow to go over 4x, 4 times the normal speed. So here I'm approaching Kerbin again, hoping this time I would be able to land, and this happens. And yeah, I was like, oh my god, I can finally land. I was so happy about it. I don't know, had tears of joy. And a little bit bad was that I landed at the talk site, but I'm glad I landed at all. Because I thought I would be left in the Kerbin atmosphere forever. I even started thinking about sending a rescue party, thinking about all the different ships I could send up and maybe give the give the fucking ship a little nudge, maybe to like set it on the re-entry course. But no, I didn't need to. When I finally realized that my apoapsis was collapsing, I burst in. Okay, I didn't burst in tears, but yeah. See the little lake down there? I don't know if you can see it. The YouTube color balance is anything. I know the YouTube brightness changed a lot, but I landed right in the little lake in the middle of the grassland. I was like, how? So yeah, it's like I think it's the luckiest Kerbin space voyages space voyages I had. And when I got to this EVA, AVA, AFA, I don't remember. I forgot which button gets out of this view, so I was like pressing all the kind of buttons, and just for the video purposes, I just started looking at the gauges and was like, oh my god, they hit water, and here you could see a little ripple. I don't know if you could see it, but I tabbed out for for Kerbal Space Program a bit to look it up the button. So I turned my ship on the side so I could just get my Kerbal back inside after I get some soil samples. And here we go. I generated 266.6 science. It's like massive amounts for a second flight, I think. I know that people have gone to different planets in the first try, but yeah, I guess this is it for you guys. Still, stay awesome and bye.